Living in New York, especially Long Island, we had some crazy weather, some crazy temperature drops. And recently, it was almost catastrophic for my entire collection. What's up, YouTube? It's Baker. Welcome back to Blue Line Morphs, guys. If you're new to the channel, please subscribe. Hit that notification bell. Give me a thumbs up. Comment down below. Hit me up on Instagram, blue_line_morphs, and my Facebook page, Blue Line Morphs. Post every Monday, Wednesday, Friday, and Saturday. All right, 15 seconds. We're done with that now. So if you're running back to the channel, what's up, guys? It's Saturday. Yesterday's video on Friday was all about just YouTube being monetized. I hope it kind of gave some people some motivation to get their channel going. Maybe helped a couple people out to kind of see realistically what you're going to make or how it works or how quickly it works and so forth and so on. Got a few dislikes there, whatever. It is what it is. I told you guys this channel, I was going to be completely and totally transparent. Be it from hatchlings to equipment to snakes to social media to YouTube, whatever the case may be. I'm going to tell you guys like it is, how it is. I'm not going to hide nothing from you. As you guys can see, I'll show you guys everything. However, I have heard, and somebody did just comment just now, a couple minutes ago, what time is it? It is Saturday at like 3:30, 3:15. Someone just commented on the video and said, as of January 1st, 2021, things will be changing. So I did a quick Google. Essentially what it looks like, I had told you guys that it was going to be 1,000 subscribers and 4,000 hours of watch time in order to get monetized, or be submitted to be monetized on YouTube. It looks like that might be changing. It's looking like it might be 10,000 subscribers and 5,000 hours of watch time. I don't know if that's real. I don't know if that's correct. If you know, definitely comment down below. Let everybody else know. Let me know. With that being said, I don't know if those rules are correct or they're real, if they take effect, if I'm going to be grandfathered in, or other channels, you know, like High Desert Pythons or Small Town. I don't, you know, Shane with their Small Town Exotics. I don't know if these other channels are that just recently got monetized or about to be monetized, if they're going to be grandfathered in and stay monetized. I don't know that. Either way, guys, I'm not going to stop making videos. Even if I stop making my $5.85 a day or my $6 a day off YouTube with these videos, I'm still going to continue to make the videos because I enjoy making them. I enjoy documenting my journey. So even if I am not monetized anymore, guys, I'm still going to be here, still going to be making these videos, still be randomly on in front of my camera with myself. I promise you that. Update what's going on here. The African soft fur rats, remember that first litter that I had with the cannibals that all fed off? They have babies in there. They're small and they have babies already, which I find really interesting. There's 7 pinkies in there. I'm going to see how they're doing. I have the Missouri rat food down there. I have dog food in there for the higher protein. I'm going to throw some carrots in there here and there just to try to switch it up. Hopefully they don't eat them. If they don't eat them, then I'm going to let them rock and I'm going to have another colony going. We'll see what happens. If they start eating them, they're getting fed off. I'm moving on. As always, I have the other rats sitting here doing their own thing. That being said, guys, in November, the second week in November, I'm taking vacation. I think it's the week of like the 9th through the 13th, both weekends included. I'm taking vacation. Haven't taken vacation in like 8 or 9 months. I'm exhausted. I'm not going anywhere. It's going to be a nice little staycation. I might do some Uber Eats, but I'll be around. It's going to be mainly just a snake weekend, or snake week rather. If you're local, guys, Long Island, the city, maybe Jersey, Connecticut, and you want to like, Balls Garage, you're watching this, I want to link up with you. I'd like to get out there, see some collections, see some other breeders, do some interviews. I like doing the interviews. I like talking about people's starter stories, right? And I like to do some rack tour videos for my channel, get you guys out there just to kind of, so everyone can see the small town breeders that are in the tri-state area. So if you're around and you're local, I'm deep Suffolk County, New York, Long Island, how you doing? If you're local, and you're going to be around that second week in November, definitely comment down below, mainly because I want more comments on my videos. But message me on Instagram, guys. First comment, though. I'm not going to answer you. I'm kidding. But message me on Instagram. Definitely comment down below here if you're local, if you'd like me to stop by. But we'll be doing that. So let's get right into this video. So first and foremost, if you hear the hum, that. If you hear the hum, guys, I was originally using this big fan. I have a small fan in there in the incubator, the death incubator, the death trap that I have. I still plan on buying a professionally made incubator. However, I do have this equipment here, and I'm stubborn. I'm Irish, so I'm super stubborn, thick-headed. I want to get this thing working correctly, especially because the guy I got it from said he's hatched, he doesn't know how many eggs out of this thing. So, definitely my mistake. It's not the thermostat, it's not that, blah, blah, blah. I think I figured it out. I'm going to do some more experiments, get some fake egg boxes in there. We'll see what happens. But I'm going to definitely make a video about that probably this week coming up and how I fix this thing. And I think we got it, which I'm really happy about. Let's get right into this video. This video, guys, is going to be all about regulating the temperature in your reptile room, especially for us up in the northern hemisphere in the north, right? You got my buddies Redline and Porter there, Mike from Redline Pythons, Porter from Porter Pythons. They're over in California. It's always sunny, it's always nice there, but not near New York, all right? New York, especially in Suffolk County, man, especially on Long Island, we have all 4 seasons, man. We got winters that are 10 degrees and it's snowing. We got summers that are 100 degrees and you can't stand it with blackouts with the ACs are cranking, okay? Then everything in between. But with that being said, the temperatures go up and down. They're very sporadic, especially during the fall and the spring. Like right now, obviously, we're fall going into winter, right? So you'll have a day where it's 70 degrees outside Monday night or Monday, 72, 75 degrees, whatever the case may be. Then all of a sudden, Wednesday night, it's 38 degrees, okay? So how do you maintain the temperature? How do you keep that going, especially in a reptile room? Like I said, this is my first winter or fall with an actual snake room, reptile room with the ARS rack, okay? Checking the temperature. All right, so I had to kind of crash and burn through this. I'm going to tell you exactly what I did. So first and foremost, during the summertime, I would leave that door open, and I would look at the temperature inside of my house, inside the reptile room, and if it was getting like 83, 84 degrees, I'd turn the AC on manually, let it rock, let it cool the room down, and then I let it maintain itself about 78 to 79 degrees in the reptile room. Summertime really isn't that difficult. Once this summer rolls around, I really don't want to do that because it's costing like $400 a month. Because you having this giant AC run, I'm gonna get a small standalone in here. I'll probably do a video about that later on, how to regulate in the summertime. That being said, guys, I was noticing, especially some of my better feeders or my more aggressive snakes or more active snakes, I was noticing they weren't as active over the last week. And this is when we also had a Long Island temperature drop. The nights, we're about 38 degrees at night, 37 degrees at night, about 65, 70 degrees in the daytime. Big drop there, okay? And then it was getting cooler and cooler and cooler. Today's actually warm, but it was getting cooler. So then I started to look, I started using my thermal gun, and the back of the tubs, the front of the tubs were like 71 degrees, the back of the tubs where the heat spot should be was like 76 degrees, way too cold. Don't want my snakes on something like that. So I was like, oh shit. I was like, all right, listen, if it's winter time, no big deal. I'll counter this. I bumped my thermostat up to 101 degrees. Figure right now it's 94.8, 95 degrees. That's what I have it at now, and that's where it's good at. I'll explain why. So I turned it up to 101 degrees. We saw a slight temperature bump in the tubs to like 81 degrees. Was not sufficient. So I was like, what is going on here? I started checking, make sure everything's plugged in. Started to make sure where the probe was. Went through everything first. And long story short, everything was working correctly. Everything was in its right place. So what was the problem? Simply put, I came in here, woke up early one night, one weekend. It was 38 degrees outside. I came in the reptile room, and it was very cold in here. Okay, straight up. I purchased this thing, which I highly recommend getting. It was like $10. Okay, you can see what it is in here right now. I'll show you guys. Is that backwards? Why is it looking backwards? That's weird. Is it backwards? I don't know. Anyway, 81 degrees in here and 64% humidity, mainly because my giant ass is in here. But I purchased that, and that morning, it was 68 degrees in here, 67 degrees in my reptile room, and the tubs, even with the 101 degrees on the thermostat, the tubs are still way too cold. They were like 79 degrees. So I was like, shit. So this is what I did, guys, and this has been working really well for me over the last 2 weeks. So at first, I went out to get a space heater. I went over to Walmart. Yep, Walmart. I picked up this thing, okay? Now, if you look, I'll hold this thing up. It was about $120, $129.99. Okay, it is a 1500 watt space heater, so it's probably like having an AC cranking. But you know what? It's my reptile room. It is what it is. Let me show you this thing. Okay. So on the front of it, we have, can you see it? Kind of the light. On the front, we have complete and total control over everything. Now, I can set it at a certain temperature, and it's going to heat up until it reaches that temperature. I can have it on really hot, really cold. Not really hot, really cold. I can have it on high mode or low mode, depending on how quickly you want to heat. Shelby, enough! Landscaper. I can have it on high mode or low mode. I have it on low, so it slowly heats up. I keep it at about 78 degrees, which then keeps it in here about 81 degrees, right? So we have the heat from the rack here, and now the incubator up and running. Cool. No big deal. They have cheaper ones, guys, that I saw, where it's kind of just turn on, high mode, low mode. But I really want one with a built-in thermostat, a built-in temperature gauge at least. So far, so good, right? The room was sitting at, 81 degrees. I was happy. It was awesome. Here's the issue now. My humidity level dropped significantly, okay? It was like 25% humidity in here. No good, okay? It was like drying out this room because you had the space heater in this 12 by 12 room, whatever the case may be. So what do we do next? I shot out to PC Richards. I bought this thing. It's a humidifier, okay? Made by Vernado. Solid. Now, they have little small humidifiers, guys, that are like 35 bucks, whatever the case may be. This one's a little more expensive. Let me see if I can hold it up for you. PC Richards really hooks up cops in Long Island. So y'all in Long Island, anything, I get all my electronics from there. They just kind of make up their own prices for us. It's really nice. This thing was regularly about 130 bucks. It's regulated for like 600 square feet. Let me see if I can hold this thing up. How long is this? Oh, let me go up and around. Hold on, stand by, guys. Stand by. I want to show it to you. Oh boy. Hey, this is where if I knew how to edit, it'd make it a lot easier. But I don't. Here we are. Okay. So this thing right here holds a gallon of water. It's regulated for about 600 square feet. And on the top here, guys, you literally have how much humidity. The other ones I saw kind of just like you hit the button, every once in a while it sprays water out, and it kind of is what it is, okay? Oh, look at that, it's a piece of plastic. No wonder why it wasn't coming out all the way. I'll fix it later. Okay, this one's nice. The fan's right here, the tub's right here, okay? Holds a gallon of water. I've had it cranking for about 8 days now. No, not 6 days now. And it used about 3/4 of a gallon of water just because it has been raining here. That's why I made it. Anyway, so on the top here, guys, we have pouring water out. Okay, on the top here, guys, you literally have 40% all the way up to 60%, all the way up to infinity, which means it just kind of cranks every 30 minutes. Every 30, 40 minutes, just lets water rock. Also has a high-low mode, etc., etc. So long story short, why do I have the humidifier in here with this? I guess the room poured water everywhere. I guess the room was getting too dried out with just the heater in here, so I had to bring the humidifier in here. With that being said, I still watch it every day, because one day I had that thing cranking, it was raining out, and I had some rats in here, so the humidity level really rose up. It was like 78% humidity in here. Right now, I'm holding steady, 60 to 65% humidity, and about 81 degrees, which is right where I want it to be. So then we come around here, I started checking all my tubs to see what the temperatures are at, and yeah, so we got 79 degrees in the front of the tub, 78 degrees in the front of the tub, and the far back of the tub is about 88 degrees, 89 degrees. So if I do just the actual fronts of the tubs, we're at 80 degrees, guys. 80 degrees in front of the tub, straight inside here, about 79 degrees, and then the very back, that's reading at 87, 88 degrees, which is kind of right where I want it to be. I was really happy about that. So long story short, guys, had some temperature issues, got a little nervous in here, right? You gotta have the right temperature, right humidity levels. Went out, dropped about 250 bucks, and now I have the heater regulating in here. I have my humidifier in here, and everything's holding steady. With that being said, the next day, if you ask Mike from Redline, this is about to fall now. If you ask, whoop, here we go, live action, guys. If you ask Mike from Redline Pythons, I was FaceTime the other day while I was eating, and you ask him, it was just a free-for-all. Every ride dropped in there, gone. Every ride right away. Some of my snakes that are always kind of like whatever type of eaters, they were still kind of lethargic. Not lethargic, but a little more slow to jump right to the snakes. But I had a great feeding response, guys. Dropped 25 rats in there. 22 were taken almost immediately. So it definitely really helped everything out with the temperatures. That's how I did it. With that being said, you had to have a fan in here. Okay, if you're going to run a small room like this with a heater, with a humidifier, you want some sort of fan in here. If you don't have what I have this, right? You see it? I have my ceiling fan cranking, my ceiling fan moving around, okay? I have it on reverse. Props to Sal from Go West Python, right? Tell me. Hit a little button. Goes in reverse. So it's pulling all the air up, right? It's moving the heater. I have the heater right underneath it. It's moving the air, distributing the warm air accordingly and evenly. If you don't have a fan like that, you're going to have to get a fan in the corner, maybe get small little oscillating fans just to move, just to keep the air going, just like inside your incubator, right? You want the hot air moving. So far, so good, guys. They're working really, really well for me. That's how I'm going to continue to regulate this room. It's doing really good. I'll show you, look, again, 81 degrees, 66% humidity right now with me inside. So I'm really happy about that. Everything's going really good, guys. Definitely caught that. I'm looking forward to seeing how my snakes respond. But yeah, we're doing good. Oh, with that being said, of course, obviously I had to drop my thermostat back down to the 95, 94 degrees because everything's reading exactly where it needs to be. So that's all, guys. $250 fix. Reptile room's great. Humidity levels are great. Everything's doing really well, guys. I think I solved my incubator issues, which I'm really happy about. Other than that, guys, I really appreciate it. Oh, I'm picking up a fifth girl, by the way. My buddy Joey Batts. He's a construction guy. Owns a big construction business over here at CNJ Reptiles. He's kind of clearing the house a little bit right now just because he's got some crazy big jobs going on, and I'm going to be taking a female from him. So stay tuned for that girl. But during that week in November, by the way, that I just spoke about, I'm getting 4 snakes that week, maybe now 5. So we'll definitely do some unboxing videos, some introduction videos, check out some of these new females I got coming my way. 2 males, 3 females. So stay tuned for that, guys. Hope this video helps out some people that are having some issues with temperature, especially when it comes to us on the northern hemisphere, us New Yorkers, or how Wisconsin, wherever you are, right, where you're not living in luxury like these 2 mutts over here. This worked for me, guys. Relatively inexpensive. Room staying the way it should be. Snake seems happier. I'm happy. Stay tuned for electric bill. We'll see what that is. But other than that, guys, listen. Hope this helps somebody. Have a good weekend, man. Be safe. Please remember, guys, always watch your 6.